So, hello. We can start our presentation. Uh, Today I'm going to show you how I completed grammar in Gobbets task. So here we can see pronouns and it's the full verb, auxiliary verb, the tense system, and the adverb. So each of these topics, they have their own colors, so you can see it on our screens. To begin with, of course, we're going to begin with paragraph number 1, and it is going to be pronouns and numerals. So what we can see here, first of all, let's have a look on the first sentence, and the first sentence contains a nominal relative clause introduced by the relative pronoun what. We can see it, and it functions as the object of the verb wonder. Yes, and it's providing additional information. We can see it probably about pickers' curiosity. Okay, we can move to the next one, and let's talk about verb wonder. It's conjugated in the present tense, indicative mode. Also, let's then look at the last sentence. We should take it easy. We can see it, and what can we understand from this one? We can tease that we should take it easy. It's an example of OPEC phrasal verb. Why? Because it is idiom. It is idiom, that's why it's OPEC phrasal verb. Okay, next we have should, and we remember from our classes that we have discussed a difference between should and ought to. So should is the more common choice, but ought to could also be used in this sentence without significant changing of the meaning. But anyway, if you want to sound more natural, you should use should here. Okay, also I want to add once or twice why it's orange, because this one is from topic second past 10 to 11. And I want to mention that when we talk about frequency, we can use this form beyond twice. We use beyond twice, we can use cardinal numbers followed by the noun times. Also, we have ancient form of 3 times, thrice, but no one uses it anymore. So, okay. Next, let's go to the tense system. The tense system, and what we can see here, it's some sentences. For example, let's look at despite not admitting it, we usually gossip. We can see here the verb gossip, and it's a present simple tense, and it's used to describe a habitual action. Also, here we can see that it's combined with the frequency adverb. That is very, very frequent situation. Then we have also they will talk, are saying, will talk like future, are saying present continuous, the permanently speaking, also present continuous. Okay, and the last one, the adverb, it's certainly. Certainly here, we can see it in the last sentence. So certainly is a sentence adverb, and it adds parenthetical idea, which is not directly tied to any element of the clause of this sentence at all. Also, permanently, we used ly ending to form the adverb from adjective permanent. And the last one, I think we should pay attention on it, and it's easy. Take it easy. We know that an adverb form it's easily, but here we use easy because this expression, as we told, it's idiom. So we cannot use here easily, as we wanted to do this, but we cannot. Okay, let's move to the paragraph number 2. paragraph number 2, and what can we see here in this paragraph number 2? So first of all, we can see here relative pronoun which. So, and it's used to introduce a sentential relative clause. Actually, it doesn't refer back to a single noun, as we can see here, but it is comment on an idea which has already been mentioned before, like raining for at least 3 hours. Then also we can use usage of nobody and they in the same sentence. We know that nobody, no one, everything, everyone, and etc. We use it like singular nouns, but here we use they to stay gender free, especially for this. Also, we can see here nowhere, and what we should discuss as nobody and nowhere, we need to use in affirmative sentences, because in English we should avoid double negative in sentences. Good. Next we have has been raining. Has been raining, it indicates continuous action in the past leading up to the present. Okay, also we can see here a question tag, and question tag here is could they. In sentence, nobody could play in this heavy rain, could they. It's used for confirmation and it follows the same structure. So everything is fine here. Then let's move to the verbs. Verbs here, we should look at opened and shown. What is the difference between them? Because they are both in a past simple tense, but opened is a past tense form of the verb open, right? And it follows a regular pattern for forming the past tense by adding ending ed. Also, ed here is pronounced as the sound the, like opened. We don't pronounce e here. Why? Because open ends in voiced consonant. Also, open in this case is an ergative verb, as we can change it like I opened a door. Here, door is doing this action, but we can say I opened a door. That's why it's making it ergative verb. Then let's look at the shown. Shown is the past tense form of the irregular verb shine, and irregular verbs, they don't follow a typical pattern of adding ed from the past tense. Instead, the part of this form undergo changes, it's unique to each verb. In our case, we can observe a vowel change, and this verb belongs to a mixed group. It has shared form for past simple and past participle. So, okay, now also we can look at the made in the first sentence, which made us. Made is followed by an object and a bare infinitive decide. So it indicates that the subject here in this sentence causes someone else to do something. Good. Then we have also it would be so very nice in the last sentence here. And here would is now we're talking about difference about managed and would. So would is used to express a hypothetical situation or wish, so we cannot use managed in this situation. Then let's go. We can see has been raining, and this action started in the past, yes, and it continues in the present again, as we know, because this tense is present perfect continuous. Then let's move to the last 13th lesson, and it's about adverbs. So here we have absolutely, suddenly, magically, and very. Let's talk about absolutely. We can see absolutely is quantifier. It is a subclass of adverbs which modify somehow adjectives or other adverbs. And here we're modifying no verb in our case. Also, we can see magically, it's an adverb that comes from adjective magic that has an ending IC. That means we're adding suffix AL in this word. Also, we can see very, and it intensifies the meaning of nice in our sentence. Also, we can pay attention on for, because we had also topic about difference about for and during. So for here is appropriate in this sentence because it emphasizes the duration of the rain, while during would imply that something happened within the time frame of the rain, yes, rather than emphasizing its length. Okay, good. I think we can move next. And we have paragraph 3 right now. Let's have a look on this one. What we have here? We have a relative pronoun that in the first sentence, and we can see a nominal relative clause. And it provides additional information about some things, as we can see. Good. Also, we can see the relative pronoun whom, and it reduces the clause and refers to other people. This clause provides additional information. And we can see whose, yes, and whose has a personal antecedent. Fine. Also, we can see here from the 10th lesson, don't you think? Don't you think it's a tag question? Again, then we can see might from 11th lesson, and might. We remember difference about might and may. Might often implies, a slightly lower degree of likelihood or probability compared to may. So in this sentence, might suggest that there is a low possibility that other people are wrong in their beliefs. It indicates sense of uncertainty about their beliefs. Also, we can see perfect aspect in the sentence. Have been taught. Yes, but other things that have been traditionally taught to us, we have been taught. Good. Also, we can move to the 12th lesson, and here we can see deny. Deny is a stative verb. So if we want to indicate that it refers to now, this verb use can as in a text. We can see. And that's the fact you can hardly deny. So we refer to now. Okay, also we have hardly, and hardly it's from lesson 13, and it's a restrictive adverb meaning only just. We cannot use it as adverb of adjective hard because hard is a flat adverb, so it has the same form for adjective and adverb. Okay, and also we can see here that, but other things that have been traditionally taught to us, and that here is used to qualify an adjective after a negated verb. Like that traditionally, we can see it here. Okay, I think we can move to the paragraph 4. I'm in hurry because I don't have a lot of time to speak up, and I don't want to speak for 30 minutes. So we have paragraph 4 here. what we can see, author of which, and anybody, and where. So first of all, let's talk about author of which. We have an alternative possessive construction, the plus noun plus of which, author of which, the author of which. We can apply it only to inanimate antecedent. So instead of using whose, we used this clumsier version. Yet we don't use the book whose author had been born. Yes, we use the author of which, alternative construction. Then we have where, and where it's just introduce a relative clause, a verbal relative clause, and it specifies the location. Here. Then also we have anybody, and the meaning of anybody in the last sentence is general, because we know that we need to use like preposition any only in negative, but here we can use it because we are talking about anybody, like in general. Fine, then we have again question tag, would they, so else, don't tell me. And we can see it's imperative that was used for command form. Also, imperative gotta, and it's a slang form of going to. Then moving to 11th lesson, we can see perfect aspect, had been born in Slovenia. First sentence. Also don't is showing verb negation in the sentence. Then we have it must be quite entertaining. Must is used to express a strong deduction here. And it conveys like a high degree of certainty. But why we didn't use have to here? Because have to typically expresses obligation or some necessity on external like factors or some rules. For example, we can have I have to finish my homework, and it implies a duty here. Okay, also we can see tell me here, and why it's orange, because it's from a second past 10 to 11. Tell and say, difference between them, that we usually use indirect object after say to me, and after tell we don't use preposition to, so we need to remember that we need to use tell me. Okay. Then moving to the lesson 12, usage of past perfect again, had been born. Here it's used to indicate which action happened first. So author had been born. Then again we have hardly, but here we can see hardly as it placed in initial position, and in this case the interrogative form of verb is used. Also, we can see then from topic 13, of course, extremely and quite. Quite is an absolute intensifier, and they are quantifiers. Like extremely and quite, they're quantifiers. We were talking about this. Okay, so I think we can move to the last one. This is the last one. Yeah, and the last one is paragraph 5. Paragraph 5. Let's begin again with that, and that in the first sentence, and includes a defining adjective relative clause introduced by the relative pronoun that. Simple. Then what we have from lesson 10, turned out, and it's an example of inseparable phrasal verb, turn out. And then we have also phrasal verb get ready in the last sentence, and it's a separable, transparent phrasal verb. Then we have the meeting begins at 10, And begin is ergative verb here, as we can change it for we begin the meeting. Fine, we can move to the topic 11, to the lesson 11, and here we can see need to. Need to is playing role of a marginal model, and it is going with to and becoming a modal verb. Then lesson 12, we can see a lot of, not a lot of tenses here, but we can see a stative verb here actually. It's no, we cannot use it in progressive tense. Usually we cannot use it. And also, we have I am staying, and its usage of present continuous to describe a temporary situation. I'm staying at the plaza. Also, I am meeting. I am meeting also usage of present continuous, but for activity in the near future in this case. Then we have again present simple in begins, but here we use it for scheduled activity. And the last one we can talk about, it will be a great experience. Like here we use will to indicate a speaker's personal opinion. And the last one, it's always and fully like adverbs, or we can talk about always, it's just a frequency adverb, and fully, it's also just regular adverb. We can add to full, we can add ending li, and we can see here an adverb. Okay, I think I told about almost everything, and I hope everything was clear. I hope everything was clear. So thank you for the listening, and see you soon. Goodbye.